God. Ask God.
Hey Scott, this is Ashraf from Denver. I have been listening to your podcast for the past 3 to 4 months, and it's been very helpful to me. I have a general question about Q4. I mean, people says that Q4 is it's blasting sales for everyone. I mean, no matter whatever the product you sell, you will get some sales. Is it true? I mean, for example, if I have a 10 to 20 competitors for me, will that everyone see a spike in sale? Is that the one? Can you please answer when you get a chance? Thanks for all your help, Scott, and just in your style, like, hey, Scott, take care.
Hey, Ashra, thank you so much for the question. And I love the ending there too. Hey, you definitely have been listening to the show. That's my intro, right? I wanted to answer this because it's a great question. And, I think what you're saying is, people are saying fourth quarter, you can throw anything up and it's going to sell. And I don't believe that fully. I do believe that it's really hard not to sell stuff, but I can't say that you're just going to put something up, not put a title in there, maybe a couple words and not optimize it, and you're just going to start selling. I don't believe that's the case. Could it happen? Sure. But I don't necessarily think that it's just a guarantee. Now, if you have a product and it's well optimized, you have the, good keywords and stuff in your title, and you have good stuff in the back end as far as keywords go. It's all built out properly. You have good images, you have good bullets, you have good description. All of that stuff's in place. Could you just let that sit there and start getting some sales in fourth quarter? Yeah, probably. You probably could. There's no guarantees, but I do believe, I have a product right now that I was kind of just dabbling in and just, I threw 100 of them up there. And I think since it's been there, I haven't done any pay-per-click. I've done no launch for it, no promotion. I just put it up there, put it in my inventory. And I think we've sold 5. And I didn't do anything. And I actually sold 5 with really a bad image. I didn't have a good image yet. I just did it to fill out the listing like I tell people to do. And I still sold like 2 at that point. Then I updated my images recently. And since then we've sold like 3. But I'm not pushing it yet because I'm not really even sure that I want to continually sell it. The logistics of it's a little bit harder. It's not technically shipped from China. I'm doing a different type of sourcing. I'm experimenting. And I'm not really sure I'm even going to move forward with that. But I threw it up there. It's in there and I'll sell them. When I want to unload them, I know I can probably just turn on pay-per-click and get rid of them. But back to your question. If you build out a listing that's, good and that there's some demand there for it, and it sounds like you have a lot of demand for it. And even if you're on, like you said, if you're even like 3, 4, even 5 pages in, you're probably going to sell some if you have that much demand for that product just from putting it up there. And in fourth quarter, what you're talking about is all of that traffic that's coming there and Black Friday and all of that stuff. The chances are a lot greater in the fourth quarter than, maybe in the first quarter, depending on your product, of course. If you have something that's seasonal, that's going to vary. But to answer your question, it's really hard not to sell something if you have a good listing, if you've done your research properly, and if you have some demand there for the product. So I hope that that's answered your question. I know it wasn't a direct yes or no, but you can kind of understand the thought process behind that. You just need to be able to do your job right as far as creating a good listing, good images, all of that stuff. And then yes, your product could sell all on its own without really doing much. If you turn on pay-per-click, then it's kind of hard not to sell it, again, if you have everything else in place. If you guys want to submit a question, head over to theamazingseller.com/ask, and you can do that. I want to also, again, remind you guys, if you're brand new and this is your first time to the show, I want to welcome you. I love hanging out with you guys. This is just awesome to be able to virtually connect like this. And that's why I love the Ask Scott sessions. But if you are brand new and you're just getting your feet wet and you don't understand the entire process, the entire business model, I would recommend attending one of my live free workshops. This is where I break it down for you in 5 phases: how to pick a market and a product, how to source it, how to do a pre-launch, how to do a launch, how to promote the product, and everything in between. We go over that on a workshop, and we go through every single thing. We also do live Q&A. So if you want to attend one of them, I would love to invite you to the next one, and you can register for the next one by heading over to theamazingseller.com/workshop, and you can register there for an upcoming workshop.
Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business, so definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business, and this way here you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.